What is up, everybody? Alright, I am not even sure what the hell we're doing today because the Valentine's Day event is not worth streaming because it's just farming. So, I figure... You know what we could do is we should... Yeah, let's use Melt. We'll use Melt against Lobo. That's something to compare to. I've been seeing people say Bazette's the best alter ego in the game. I've seen people saying she's the worst alter ego in the game because, you know, that's how people are. But I'm pretty sure Melt is still better for more situations. But I don't know, Bazette is pretty good for challenge quests, I think. But we shall see. Better Ongra, yeah. Alright, who here has a good Melt? I know a few people that do, but I'm not sure who's got the best that we can like, change the craft essences on and all that kind of stuff. Let's see what I've got on my friends list here. If Beasley was here, we'd use his, because I know he's got a really big one. I don't think he's here at the minute. Also, I think he has Melt on his other account. Okay, we have to check extras all. I actually have a lot of friends that have Melt, but I don't know if any of them are around at the minute, so... Oh, hi Beasley. What account is she on? Yeah, can we give her like comparable CEs? CCs, comparable command codes to what Bazette used last night. Well, I guess Melt needs them less considering her NP and all that. Okay, let me... I bet you my ult account doesn't have that account. Let me look. That last run we used, we gave her anti-defense buff, removal, and a sure hit one, I think. I guess we could do Melt solo too. Yeah, we'll just do all this stuff. We'll do both, see how that goes. All right, what do I got on this account? I have 53 people added, jeez. I have to do something about that. I'm not sure who that is. Random newbie that I guess stopped playing the game. Oh, that's invites. That's not who's on my list. I was about to say. Okay, I do have you. Perfect. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll do solo first, and then we'll do team. See, we didn't use the Yank CE, did we? I don't think we did. Yeah, this music's really good. Alright. I'll wait 1 second on the command codes, so I'm assuming it might be... Oh, wait, no, that's anti-defense. That's anti-defense. Might still need a sure hit one, but... Alright, let me look at Melt's kit real quick. I haven't used her in a while. Okay, so her evade lasts 3 turns. Now, to be fair, Bazette had the anti-Avenger thing for the solo. Now, for team play, though, actually this Melt's going to be advantaged because the Bazette we used for team play was level 90 NP2. This Melt is level 100 NP2, and she actually might be 2k fo'd. Let me see. Yeah, she is. So in... Actually, even in solo, because I assume Bazette wasn't 2k fo'd. So actually, even for solo, it's somewhat comparable just because of the 2k foe. Probably still favors Bazette a bit because of the NP5. But for team play, actually, Melt is going to be super advantaged. So we'll have to keep that in mind. She's essentially 20 stats ahead of the Bazette we used. And that's pretty relevant. Chad, this music fits Fate, right? This is like totally Fate music. Remember when Excalibur was used and this song played? Real dramatic scene, that. Alright, can't say I'm crazy about that opening hand. Do I want to do the first skill right now? Yep. Wasteful for the stars, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, it honestly does fit Spartacus just fine. Which is why I used it. If this was old melt, I would have to use her third skill now, but we don't have to do that. I'll put that last, even though it's got the sure hit, just because I want the star gen. He probably wants sure hit on Buster. I'm not sure though. Yeah, because I feel like you're more likely to do like Buster NP quick, right? Than quick NP quick. I let my wife pull on the Bazette banner and she got her first multi. Well, there you go. That worked out. Oh yeah, I saw Bazette's translations today, and thankfully, as I kind of figured, her stage 1 is just straight up Bazette. So, and then stage 3 is when the god is driving. But yeah, she's like 95% normal in her stage 1. I had it on quick for Bazette, so I did it without thinking. Yeah, I mean, they're similar, honestly. It's just Bazette's NP doesn't do damage, so that's kind of why it worked out that way. So what do we do? I guess we do the quick before the NP while it's on that card. That still makes sense. Now, there's no debuffs in this fight, so I think I actually removed the defense down. Yeah, I don't see why not. So bang, bang, bang. Yeah, she has different lines for Ku and other people too, depending on if she's stage 1 or stage 3. Then stage 4, she goes back to stage 1. Yeah, I saw that Shin-Gong thing, it's funny. Okay, now he's got the defense buff. We cannot NP. Oh my god, that's right. She's a Spriggan now. Do I do Atlas and just evade right now? Yeah, because that crit spread is actually kind of crap. So I want to do the defense removal. Do I just do quick? Yeah, I think I do quick. Oh my god, Beastly, you're so right. It needs to be on the Buster card. Oh dear god. I'm really seeing this right now, like... Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do this again, because that is a really big oof there. Yeah, I think it would have broken there, actually, if it was on Buster. Okay, I should just reset now. That's... Because now we have our NP and the boss is 20k. Yeah, we gotta reset. Shit! Alright, hold on. Back it up. Yeah, I figured Bazette could beat the dragon with a good run, and she's upgraded enough. Kind of crazy though, because practically that's a boss with like 3.6 million health for her. It's like a cavalry class with 3.6 million health, although not doing maybe as much damage as a proper boss, just because he's AoE. Yeah, extra attacks are nasty when you get your passive. And then if you're getting your class bonus with the third passive, like Ku does against Berserkers and stuff, you're basically firing an NP every turn. Completely ridiculous. Although a lot of units aren't good at like solo or last man standing, so they're not necessarily going to get their extra attack all the time, but units that are able to do that is a huge benefit. Yeah, Atlas has to find that room where you either get your skills back a second time where you wouldn't otherwise, or you get your skills back a third time where you wouldn't otherwise. But what can happen is, you'll get your skills back twice, but just barely. So, without Atlas, which means you don't really need it, and you won't live long enough to get your skills back a third time. So whenever that happens, Atlas is almost always wrong, unless you need the debuff clear, because the debuff clear can be invaluable in some challenge quests and whatnot. But that happens with Ku a lot now, with the way Ku's kit has changed, and his guts cooldown is different, and he's just got more damage. I've found more... Atlas is still meta on Ku a lot of the time, but I've definitely found more and more times where default is actually meta on Ku now, which is weird, because back in the day it never was. But just the changes that have happened, a lot of times he'll get his skills back, in his case, 3 times on his own sometimes, without needing Atlas, where Atlas would let it get him 4 times, potentially. But sometimes it's like you get 3 times with or 3 times without, but almost 4 times, but almost doesn't matter. So in that case, you might as well get the attack up. But there absolutely are times where you still need Atlas on Ku. Like, again, I think it's more times than not. Do I NP here? It's a little awkward. I don't want to do my skills if I do. I don't think I do. I think besides, more times than not, I wouldn't even have my NP right now. Well, actually, that's not true because she's got the passive, I think. This is tricky because I do have a quick chain, but hold on, let me look at her skills here. Now, I'm not gonna do it because I don't think this is gonna be super reflective of like her standard gameplay here. Well, I don't know, is it though? Like, well, it's starting NP, I guess it's not that hard for her. I guess she crit. X Explorer, thank you for the Twitch Prime, dude, for half a year. Thank you, thank you. And bless you for having a normal name. Alright. I think we'll, She has her passive, right? Beastly? Because if she does, I think it is fair to NP here. She does? Yeah, I think, yeah, okay, we'll do it. So I do feel like at that point, more times than not, she's gonna get it. Alright, ping it off with that one. Wait a minute. Her NP. Wait, it just removes buffs? I thought she removed offensive or defensive, but she just removes buffs. But I think it's after damage. So I think we still need to ping it off. Okay, we'll do it like that. She's no Abigail. There are times though that 3-hit evades are worse than regular evades because you've got those stages with 6 enemies and they can attack 6 times. Now, normally 3-hit evades are way better than regular evades because generally speaking, only 3 actions are going to happen per turn or less because skills and stuff, and you might not be attacked every time because you have teammates. So you get, at minimum, you get as much as a regular evade, and at maximum, you get a lot more. But there are rare circumstances now where charge evades or charge invincibilities or worse. But that's fine. I actually don't mind that really. Add some variety. Okay, so we want to remove the defense buff, but we need to do this one first. So I think boom, boom. I might actually do art. Just absolutely make sure we get our NP, even though she has quick up. Yeah, I think we do art. Probably the only turn that I'll do that. Damn, we didn't break. Shit. I feel like more times than not you could break there, but I guess she is pushing it. That sucks. I think you NP anyway, just to quick chain and to remove his buffs. So we'll actually NP into the evade. I think that's the right thing to do. That way we get more refund. Well, those stages right now are farming, but they could make a challenge quest like that. I actually suspect they will at some point. And also, Ku is not the only unit out there that has a multi-hit evade. And who knows, stuff like Bazette might make more counterattack stuff. I hope they don't make too many though, because I like when things are special, and it's something they're really bad at is they'll make something special and then eventually they'll kind of dilute it. 95% by the way. Anyway, but yeah, like Leonidas deserves it. His NP's always been a counterattack. But that's good with the Yang CE if the enemy has evade or invulnerability. It's still good without, but because Bazette like wants kind of wacky command codes, it's a little bit harder for her to work in burn than other people. So honestly, I think if you're gonna do Yang CE and the enemy doesn't have evade or invulnerability, I actually think you're better off with imaginary around, because she almost will always use quicks in a solo anyway. So it's 30% versus 40%, but then you're getting the extra NP gain and Stargen and stuff. And I think that's better, but it depends. The tough part is imaginary round, most people aren't gonna have it leveled. It's a lot easier to have a Yang CE leveled because Yang CE applies to so many characters. Like so many characters it's super powerful on. So, but yeah, it's still good on Bazette. If you have to use Yang CE, you're not gonna be crying. Like it's still a really good option. And a lot of bosses do have evade or invulnerability, and then it's incredibly good. So I'm not sure it's her absolute best. It's not quite as good on her as some other people for sure, but it's still good. Okay, we do this one. Do I have something to remove the attack buff? I don't think so. So I guess we just quick here. Actually, I don't remember what that command code does. I think it does bonus damage to chaotic evil. The Benny one. Yeah, imagine only getting 40% extra damage and then permanent pierce invulnerability that cannot be removed by the opponent. Like, imagine only getting that. Alright, coming down to the wire here. If we get insta-death, we're dead, but that's the way of it. Melt is so good, though. This is ridiculous. Like, she has a similar problem to Bazette, where she's not exactly tanky. Okay, I think I might ping off the shield, but let me think. Because he has the defense buff. So I might do this, and then NP. Then we don't get quick stuff. That's tough. This turn's wacky. It's basically short-term damage versus the crits. I guess the crits are really worthwhile. So I might do this, and then the one quick. Because the NP will remove the defense buff, but after damage... Man, this is a tough turn. I'll try this way. That's just what my gut's saying, but... I know, I may be underestimating the crits. And she's in P2. But she is 2k foed, where Bazette was not 2k foed. Unless Beastly surprises me and already had the foe saved up. But we're gonna use Melt in team play here, and she's gonna be way advantaged over Bazette then, because the Bazette we used for team play was level 90 in P2, 1k foe, and now we're gonna be level 100 in P2, 2k foe. So it's like a 20 level stat difference, and that absolutely makes a big difference. Okay, this turn's gonna get kind of ugly. I might die here. I guess we art because of the crit chance, and then if we don't die, we can NP next turn. So I think we win as long as we don't die this turn. She didn't crit with any of those attacks, by the way, and we had a billion crit buffs. I would have liked, oh my god, but Lobo crit. Okay, so that was winnable. That was very winnable. But I will say, I really don't think she's quite as good for soloing that stage. Just because, I think we'd lose about 50% of the time. I think that's a pretty 50-50 one right there. Maybe 60-40 in our favor. Like, I think we got a little unlucky there. However, Bazette would be pushing it if Bazette did not have the anti-Avenger thing. Right, like that's because we're not really testing how good they are against Avenger, we're testing them just how good they are with general value, and so the Avenger thing is not going to come up very often. So if Bazette didn't have all those other advantages that she normally wouldn't have, I think their performance would be pretty similar, and it might even favor Melt, to be honest. I might try soloing that later with the level 90 Bazette. That's obviously much weaker than what we just did with Melt, but I kind of want to see how does Bazette do when she's a bit weaker in that stage. Because that is not an easy stage to solo. Alright. Yeah, I actually might use almost the exact same setup we used for Bazette, just because they're both quick. So it kind of makes sense. Which team was it? I think it's this one. When Bazette did it, though, no one died. We did it twice, and like we just couldn't get to our back row because all the taunt stuff just got too much value. That probably won't be the case here, though. Atlas or default? I think default. Saito is pretty great. I had to roll too much SQ for him. What I really had to roll on, though, was Yang CE. That took me almost like 1,000 SQ to get Yang CE to limit break. That was awful. I'm so glad I got it, because I'm gonna have it forever, and you always want to have that option for like that max potential. And it was free SQs, it doesn't like cost me any money, but good God, man, 1,000 SQ for a fucking craft essence that I don't even want to use in team videos because it's too good, right? I only really will use it for like extremely hard solos. But yeah, it took like 900 SQ or some crap like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it took a lot. It's not between that and Calamity Jane, like that's where most of my saved up SQ went. I didn't use all that saved up SQ for anything awesome like Green Knight or any of that. It's just like fucking Yang CE. And then, you know, the Calamity that was Calamity Jane. Okay, we are not going to be able to wait, I could do this. Okay, here we go. I think we Leonidas NP. Look at the turn order here. Okay, this music not really working for the boss fight here. That's not working either. Okay, hold on. We need some like violence. Okay, this isn't violence, but it's just good. Oh, it can be violent. All right. I might actually do Hans's art card. Yep. He needs the NP gain and so does Mel. Speaking of good luck, Lost gave me an account to use way down the road. For like we wanted to like play through the game with Bazette or whatever. Because, you know, we were talking about that last night, and Lost had some SQ accounts, and he got, I can't even believe this. He got, I think he used 450 SQ, something like that, and he got NP6 Bazette. Like, what the fuck is that? And he got NP3 Steno. Like, how did, she's not rated up. How does that happen? Like, what the actual fuck? He got like so much crazy shit on that account, dude. Yeah, lost moment. Yeah, secretly a Steno right up indeed. Every account's the Steno account. Like, it's ridiculous how much we've been getting her lately. Alright, boss got every buff under the sun. Hopefully we get our defense removal command code. We don't have our NP, that's unfortunate. Guess I just art chain. I think I'm gonna heal Leonidas. You know what? I'm gonna use his first skill just for the NP gain. I can NP again for the stars. The problem is, I've noticed this with the Lobo fight. unless your unit has Pierce Invulnerability or Sure Hit or something, it's really hard to find the time to use NPs that don't do damage. Because of you also need to ping off the shield. It's a whole problem. It makes it a lot harder to like pace out when to use your damaging NP versus everything else. Buff removal would be quite nice right now. I think I wait to do the other NPs. Take advantage of this. Lonely Boy, thank you for the 25 months. I swear that you resubbed like last week, but appreciate it regardless. You know, she's got a pretty cool NP. I don't know what the point of like the water pillar is, because it doesn't do anything in the attack whatsoever, so I don't really get that, but it's still cool. Yeah, Elden Ring, man, it's close. I'm really excited. Damn, we lost Leonidas' attack buff because guts didn't go off. And Canis C. Thank you for the 20 months, you son of a bitch. Okay, he has double defense up. Wait, do we not have defense removal? Like, what's, we're just getting bad luck? I don't even... We gotta do something about these defense buffs. Toxic. Let's give, Melt the first card art bonus. Although overcharging Hones is nice because then the heal is bigger. But I like damage, and getting your NP faster is more damage. On the other Buster, yeah, I guess we're just, the timing's not working out. I could give it to Hans, but Bazette didn't have that kind of help, so. So we do have less survivability because Bazette could use her evade and guarantee she didn't whiff it because she could use it with taunt. That's why we were able to keep Leonidas alive, because we were able to like switch the damage back and forth, and that buys you enough time for Hans to do things, and then you never waste your evade, where I can't do that with Melt like at all, so. But that's a legitimate positive to Bazette, is you can work with other defensive units like Leonidas and whatnot and get a lot of survivability that way. And MASH, you can do it with MASH easily. I can save Leonidas, but is it worth it? I guess not. It just sucks we never landed our attack buff. Rough start. I will say, Canis CD, unironically, has made me laugh several times with just the way they've made like their YouTube videos and whatnot. Like there's been some good times. How the hell is Leonidas alive right now? That's so overpowered because now he eats the NP for us. That is so strong. Okay, I'm actually in team with Melt right now because we just gotta get this ball rolling, for God's sakes. Took so long to break that health bar. And hey, Shadow. Can't help but notice that's a half a dime. That was a remix of the Gundam 8th MS Team opening theme. It's a remix from Super Robot Wars. It's called like Storms and something. I forget the name. It's Storms and something. But if you just look up Super Robot Wars 8th MS Team OST or BGM or whatever, you'll get it. Now that is a hand, and I can remove the evade. Perfect. Sadly, we don't have that many crit buffs and whatnot, but that's still really good. If I had like one more crit buff, I'd use the attack up, but I think I'll save it for the next NP. Will I though? Yes, because we'll get our next NP next turn. Okay, we get to go again. Love it. This could be a really good turn here. Yep, this looking pretty good. Here we go, damage. Yep, there we go. That we really escalated things there. Yeah, we're ready to zeet the app. Double defense buff though, and oh look, we don't have our defense removal. I guess this is as good as time as any for Han's NP. Come on, land the buffs. Attack up, defense up, and melt. Let's go. Good, good. Triple crit buff. That was kind of scary. Still no defense removal. I feel like we're just... I guess you would probably need 2 of them to reliably get it. Like put on the art card or something, but like, god damn, we are just never getting that to sync up. Yeah, Bazette definitely went faster. It's kind of because Bazette was more reliable with the whole taunt thing. It was a lot easier to guarantee the damage. We're kind of like at the whims of RNG if Melt gets big damage or not. Like, Melt's gonna do damage sooner or later, no matter what, but like how much is very... it's gonna vary a lot. We might kill here if we got lucky crits. Also, Bazette is significantly less upgraded than this Melt. Like, Bazette was level 90, 1k foe, NP2. This is level 100, 2k foe, NP2, so... It definitely does favor Bazette here. I really do think Bazette is stronger than a lot of the maybe not Melt, because Melt, although isn't going as fast, she's still being pretty steady, right? And there are just some boss fights where you need to do NP damage. You don't want to deal with the whole counterattack thing and have to wait and all that. So Melt's still really good, and she works just fine on a budget team. It's more like Bazette just had more synergy with Leonidas. That's just straight up. Bazette had more synergy with Leonidas. Like, that's absolutely a thing. But that's a positive. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning. I'll have to do a lot more testing and a lot of other boss fights, especially as challenge quests come out. I'll take some time to test Bazette out on budget teams and non-budget teams and everything else. But I think Bazette is probably more useful to accounts that have weaker supports, right? Like if your account doesn't have all the big boy stuff, I think Bazette probably is better. I think Bazette really can carry an account pretty well. I think she does have good synergy with the budget units that are out there. Now Melt does too. It's not like Melt's a bad budget unit at all. Like, she works with budget teams just fine. I'm leaning towards Bazette being the better one for helping out like weaker accounts. And I think Melt might scale better. I'm not really sure, because Bazette has very bizarre scaling because she can kind of attack 6 times in one turn. So you apply the buffs more and stuff. It gets really weird. But then you got all kinds of other circumstances with them not attacking, and what's an AoE situation, or what if you just got to break the health bar right now, and it gets weird. But I think Melt and Bazette both scale very well with higher end accounts. Maybe favors Melt. But I do think, yeah, Bazette's better on more normie accounts. I think we win right here. Because we finally got our defense removal thing. Yeah, we'll remove the defense MP. That'll obviously do 37k, so we can just close out. That's still pretty good, though. I mean, 12 turns is actually pretty fast. Most of our units in those kind of settings actually do struggle to kill that stage quickly. What I'm hearing is they should buff Melt. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Okay, how does Melt do against the dragon, by the way? I don't even know. I guess we could go find out. I don't know. Have we ever used... I don't know if we ever used Melt against the dragon. That's not something I would normally do because alter egos are not particularly good in that fight due to it being a saber. Used mine in NA, very bad result. Well, she's stronger over here, so I guess we'll give that a go. Did we use both Bazettes? Did we use level 90 and level 100? I don't remember. Because Melt is in this weird spot where she's stronger than the level 90 Bazette we have access to, but she's weaker than the 100 Bazette we have access to. Kind of. Like, it's really weird. She's not that much weaker than the level 101, though, because of the 2k foe stuff. Alright, let's see what we got here. Beastly, can you be bothered to give Melt stuff for the dragon? Wait, I have to see if I've got you added over here. Oh, I do. Okay. Look at the team setup real quick. Gameplays. It said Beastly logged in 0 minutes ago, and it's still not giving me his ult account. That's the Bazette account I was talking about right there, by the way. It's level 1 in P5 Bazette, and it didn't even take that much SQ. Just that was fucking crazy luck, dude. And it wasn't even me, that was lost. Alright, we need... Okay, that's perfect. Melt's weird. I'm trying to think what she wants. I feel like we're not gonna live super long. But we could get lucky, especially with being able to cast our evade in advance. Maybe we're able... I am thinking default. I think we need the heal. Yeah, I think without the heal, we're just gonna die. Petition to ban lost. Feels bad. Alright, I'm gonna just guess the command codes are ready by now. And if they're not... Oh well! Yeah, heal boost could be good. Heal boost could be good, because it'll hit both heals. That can be a lot of health. Yeah, they didn't do that account thing because they wanted to. They did it because they had to, but you still don't really have an account. I mean, you do, you just don't have access to it like a normal account, so. The boat removes her defense down? Okay, good to know. Always forget what that one does. Okay, NP gain. You know, I feel like she wants a non-starting in PCE here. Just because she's got the passive. She might be able to get away with it. Not much is lost though. The CE she has is so good that even if the starting NP whiffs, it's pretty solid. Guardian is what we want. I don't want to kill that guy if I can help it though. Try to keep my damage down. If if you can have Stella hit 3 targets, you want to. However, you can also take advantage of overkill on a quick card, and that normally will make more stars, which I think is what we're seeing right here. I should have cast that last turn, but it's still good to cast it ahead. Alright, I think we smacked this one for the overkill bonus. The crit and overkill bonus was a lot of stars. But yeah, it's kind of scary that you can delete your account permanently. Where does it? I'm assuming it's in the options menu. Does anyone know where? Because I don't want to accidentally delete an account when I'm trying to install additional data. So it's kind of scary. Yeah, this CE is probably fine, Beastly. I think the difference would be minor. You have to do a slide bar? Okay, that's at least good. I'd hope you have to slide bar like 3 times, to be honest, because you don't want someone pocket deleting their account. Okay, so we want to use the boat. I think we saved the attack up for later. Like when we got a million buffs. We basically want a crit turn with our NP later. Oh fuck though, I can't really use the boat right now. I mean, I could. I mean, we gotta evade this turn, so I can wait a second. Everyone can Ars Nova now. $54K. Pretty good for hitting a nice class. Don't you? Why you got a triple attack? That's what Bazette wants. Okay, on the one hand, I want to heal and get it on cooldown, but on the other hand, I want to get rid of my defense down. Only 10%. I think the heal is better right now. I could do both. That's greedy as hell if I do both. But it lets me do my... You know what? I'm doing it because it lets us use our art card. It's kind of weird because it means I don't crit next turn. Maybe I shouldn't have done that though, because although it's good for survival, next turn if I had stars would be incredible. Maybe I'm playing the long run like too much there. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Just get lucky and crit anyway, forehead. If that 40% crits, I'm gonna be happy enough with that. Richard's being brutal right now, dude. Oh my god, we're so lucky! We just double crit when we had done a Buster Arc Buster turn before. That's so bullshit. We got so lucky there. Oh my god, so we had all those crit buffs and the extra attack up. That's great. Ridiculous. Actually, everyone says we bully Richard, but we don't. Like, we lose to Richard more than we beat him. He bullies us. Like, unironically, he bullies us most of the time. Like, does this look like a W to you? We're about to fucking die. Although, I can't help but notice that, although, I guess we remove his buffs, so I don't know how many times he's buffed. I know he's attacked a lot, but I haven't, like, kept track. I kinda need to heal, because we're gonna die any second. I gotta do Buster NP quick. Or just the art because it's 100% crit and you get that big refund. But now we'll go quick. We want some stars. You're an annoying mosquito that's bothering him. Shadow, I feel like we can't win here. He's got thick scales, he don't feel a thing. We do have a dragon emote on Discord. It's Fluffy cosplaying Richard. Because, you know, deep dive apparently. If I could somehow heal one more time, we might be able to live another turn. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, she's getting pretty bad luck. I will say though, even though she's not getting good luck, I mean, she got good luck with the crits, I'll say that, but she really has not had good luck here. But look, we're pretty far away from winning, so I think it's pretty safe to say she's not doing as well. But she could probably do a bit better than this, with a little bit of min-maxing and better luck. And here's the thing, this is not a bad performance. Most alter egos will get obliterated here, right? They just don't do enough damage, right? Their damage is so low that the boss is just going to pick them to death. So unless you're like Passion Lip, so the dragon is basically doing 0 damage to you, because the one problem with Richard and why he's good for testing, but he doesn't do that much damage because he's AoE, right? His attacks are AoE, so the damage is lower. Especially if you're counterclassing, then you're just taking so much less damage than you would take from like a regular boss. So there things like Passion Lip and things with survivability, you know, long-term kits, they do better here than you're supposed to. That's why like Landling can solo this. I think Dion can solo this, right? Long-term units are disproportionately favored in this fight, like dramatically so. Where units like Beowulf or something, like bursty units, are disproportionately hurt by it because the burst units don't get to take advantage of the boss doing less damage. That will almost have no effect on how fast they die, but the boss being so tanky will have an effect on if they can actually get their damage through or not. So it's not like the dragon is the ultimate, you know, benchmark or anything for a solo. It absolutely is not. Because some things are just ludicrously favored and some things are somewhat punished. Maybe not ludicrously punished, but that is definitely a thing. Like, it's obvious when you look at the track record of the dragon that long-term toolkits are, you know, ridiculously advantaged here. I think Beowulf can actually win if he gets lucky because of all this stuff. It's just really close. He really cannot live very long here. Alright, this is probably our last turn. I guess we do 3 of a kind because they've got the crits, so. And we have quick up, so it incentivizes us to do the 3 of a kind bonus. I'm sure someone's made a tier list for soloing. I don't know if it's a good one or not, but I'm sure someone's done it. I would not trust this community to do that at all. Most people have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to solos, and they look at very biased sample sizes, and they basically run to the ocean with a glass of like a drinking glass, and they scoop up some water from the ocean, and they go, okay, these are what units are good for soloing. Here's my data, right? Like that's what they do, and it don't work so good. That goes for a lot of FGO. I have not been spooked by Beowulf in quite a while, actually. Okay, well, I do feel pretty confident in saying that Bazette is better at soloing than Melt is, because not only do they have comparable survivability, but I think Bazette in a solo gets more damage in on average in those turns, and then Bazette also has debuff immunity. So I think for soloing, I do feel like Bazette is advantaged. She's not always going to be advantaged because some boss fights are going to be as such that they're kind of rough on Bazette's gimmick, and also there's some boss fights where like the burst damage on Melt with the crits and stuff are rewarded, and some fights are actually very normal card based. So I don't think it's universal that Bazette's better, but from just what little we've done, even though we haven't done a lot, but from what little we've done, I definitely do feel like Bazette has more raw oomph than Melt does. Which, that's not an insult to Melt, because Melt, like honestly, Melt's performance there is crazy. That's very impressive considering she's like being half counterclassed herself, not full counterclassed, but like half counterclassed. The fact that she got that far is quite good. Like most of the units on the list, the dragon list for the dragon command, if you made them an alter ego, most of them would just do terrible. I mean, they would just get absolutely wrecked. Okay, I wouldn't mind testing Melt against, like, one more thing. I'm not sure we have much else, though, worth testing her on, to be honest. Yeah, Ku actually would do better, and that's because Ku is the worst class in the entire game to fight Richard with. You cannot get worse than a Lancer for fighting a Saber. But Yuki Skeletons, yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh yeah, I guess we could do Abigail. That's a good idea, Lost. Hold up, I didn't have that account ready to use, so let me grab it. Lost, I was just telling Chad about how absolutely ridiculous that account you gave me was. How much SQ did you use exactly? I'm assuming like 500-ish, like 450, 500-ish. But I didn't know how much it started with. I just saw you still had a lot left over, so I don't think you used that much. Oh wow, that account had more than I thought. Still, so in 1,000 SQ then, you got NP6. That's not quite as insane as I was thinking. That's still pretty damn good though. I mean, NP6 and 1,000, that's... Because it's not just NP5, it's fucking NP6. And then you got Steno 3 times. That's a really wacky thing. Alright, I think I got the account ready to go here. Let me move Dex in front of it. That way if I need to switch to Dex, you can kind of see what's happening. Beastly, do you have a Gut CE? I got her 4 times and 30 tickets and 250 SQ. Fuck. I wish I had gotten that luck. I got her, I thought I was lucky, but I definitely used more than that, and I only got NP2. Actually, I don't know if I used that much more SQ than that. Actually, that's pretty close to me then. I used like 30 to 40 tickets. I think I know I had at least 36 tickets. I might have had a couple more than that. So around 40 tickets. And then I used like 180 SQ to 200 SQ, somewhere in there. I think I might have used just over 200 SQ, I think, and then the summon tickets. I'm pretty comparable to Beastly. Oh, how does Beastly not have a... I should make him a mod or something. Get around that. I need a VIP thing that I can give people so that we don't have to deal with that. Alright, is this the right account? It's the Herc account. I think that's the one that has Abigail. Yeah, I would have liked a summon like that, Beastly. That, I mean, you can cut the Uriel, but, I barely got any CEs. I only got the 5-star CE once. I used 330 SQ, failed. Yeah, honestly, 350 is when you're in, like, the 50-50 range. Like, me and Beastly both got lucky. Beastly got luckier, I think, but, I got lucky. So I got no complaints. Like 350 is around when you get to the 50-50 area. I think 350 is just over 50%. You have a slightly better chance than 50%. Oh yeah, Beastly, do we have a Gut CE? Because Melt is going to be so fucked if... Bazette, funnily enough, did this fight without a Gut CE. Actually, I think she had a Gut CE, it just didn't proc, so she didn't need it. But, I don't think Melt is going to do as well. I don't know, maybe Melt can go that fast. Maybe we give that a go if we fail with the Gut CE. Because Melt does have a lot of damage. Like, she really, there's a chance she could win without it. Might do both. I decided to roll Bazette because it was my best chance to get Yuri Pirates and failed on both. Damn, that sucks, man. That really sucks. Alright, let's see what we got here. Lost, are you Google translating? It'd be kind of nice if Twitch chat could do that automatically. Obviously, it's not the most accurate thing, but that would be nice. I wonder if someday we'll have technology, so like if a Japanese viewer was watching, they could hear my voice through some kind of like, you know, robot translation, you know? And, oh, Beasley with the sub. Thank you, Beasley. Casual 3 years indeed. Well, a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Like, right now, English to Japanese is really difficult. Like, it's really difficult. The languages are just not very comparable. I think, man, this account is still crashing. My other accounts don't crash, but this one does. I gotta figure that out. But, yeah, the languages are just not that comparable. But over the years, it has improved. Like, Google Translate used to not be able to do anything with English to Japanese or vice versa, but it's actually getting there now. It's starting to... It gets you the basic concept, generally. I've had some crashes lately. Yeah, I saw some people on the wiki talking about that, actually. YouTube's generated subtitles are so bad. Though that is worse. That is worse than Google Translate. Like you'll just get the complete wrong words. Like you won't even get like the concept across generally. I wish I know I have a few Japanese fans. Not that many though. I don't even like post my stuff where Japanese people can find it really. But I've got a few, and I wish I had a better way of communicating with them. But unfortunately, I do not. English is not that bad though. It really isn't. English is comparable to a lot of other languages around the world, where they're similar enough that you can actually make a pretty reasonable one-to-one, like this word means that word. You know, you might have to move a few things around and simplify or add extra words to explain things. But English normally works pretty well with a lot of languages. Not all of them. There's definitely other languages, not just Japanese, where it's a problem. But Japanese to English is especially difficult. Like, they're just very different languages. Like, they're very, very different. I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing here. That. I learned English from reading anime subs. Did they not have subtitles in your native language? Is that what the deal was? Because I know that can happen, or in like there are some languages where like the demand is just not high enough that they just never get subtitles, like at all. So kind of sucks. Okay, we got our NP. We'll go ahead and cast the evade. They're kind of sidetracked by language there. I wish we could do proper team setups here. And I guess we kind of can. The Herc account isn't... The Herc account is not the most scientific account we have because it hasn't leveled up a lot of stuff. But it would be interesting to see how this account does fare if it uses Bazette as its support versus Melt as its support in a team setting. You know what? I kind of want to do that, and we can get some Bazette gameplay in here. Yeah, I have a lot of... I learned English from Cartoon Network. I have a lot of viewers, though, that English is not their first language. But I think that's kind of cool, right? It's nice having all the different views and angles and languages and everything. I learned my own language through Garfield comics, so And my mother did not put me in school, and my mother didn't teach me either, so... It's weird, but it worked! I obviously don't have, like, the best, you know, English on the planet or anything, but it's good enough. Yeah, when I was at that age, I didn't even do it because I wanted an education, because I was too young to really understand, you know, how important an education was. But I just wanted to be able to read the Garfield comics, and I couldn't, so I eventually figured it out. Took a while. Alright, do we fire everything? Yeah, I think we fire everything. So we must have guarded the boss's nonsense. We don't have the stun on us. Do I remove the double defense down, though? The problem is if the boss casts it again. She doesn't cast it a lot, but she can do it. I guess I'll just remove it. I'd have to remove it if she had landed it, so... Just quick. I was playing really slow there, but let's get the ball rolling. I can't read. But actually, my really fucked up education, or literally not having an education and having to teach myself stuff, is a big part of why I struggle with names. Because I memorized most of the words. Can't memorize all the names. And then also, legitimately, you fucks make it horrible because you're just like, let's just slap a bunch of words together, not capitalize anything, no spaces, and no underscores. Figure it out, asshole, right? Like that, I swear that's you, chat. So, it's not a great combo. I'm just saying. 88% by the way. Like, look at Icy's name, right? I don't think this is entirely my fault, right? There's a little bit, Lost actually did it right, to be honest. Alright, we will... I don't know if this works on Abigail, so we'll just go with the crit one in the back. Oh, it did work. You could see I could see the icon there. Damn it! We can still get a multi-kill though. Now chat's on about nickels. I guess I just evade now. 90%. The only card that might not crit. Okay, it doesn't matter for crits though. It only needs to do 3k. I guess the crit's nice for Starjin, but we'll do that. So I'm sure Melt will win here because alter egos have a really easy time in this fight because it's a foreigner. The question is, like, is she gonna win as smoothly as Bazette? Now, Bazette was actually kind of handicapped here because the stage was not coded with the counterattack in mind, and it doesn't, like, work properly. So, like, you would counterattack, and it would literally end the boss's turn because, like, the game doesn't know what to do when the revival thing from, like, the background kicks in on the boss's turn, because it's not supposed to kick in on the boss's turn. So they're both gonna win, but it's kind of a weird comparison just because of that. Damn it, this sucks. I can't target switch right here. We're gonna lose some pretty serious value right here. If we had just done 900 more damage, I actually think we would win, like, potentially this turn. But now we kind of just have to sit around. So they both won this stage with flying colors, right? This was really easy. Yeah, general buff removal would probably be better. Also, I don't think she needs a guts to eat. She can go damage. Okay, game. We have triple attack down. Work with me. So she did really well here, but she could do better just with command codes and different CE and whatnot. So this was actually very comparable to Bazette, if not better. But again, Bazette had like the really weird thing going on where the boss gimmick didn't quite work properly with her counterattack. I swear, she makes the water just to like show off. It doesn't seem to have any practical application there. Okay, boss might not die this turn, we'll see. It's all these attack downs that are kind of wrecking us. It's fine though, we still have guts and everything. Yeah, honestly, both Bazette and Melt wrecked this stage, so there's not a whole lot to be learned here. Couldn't attack one more time, we'd have gotten our NP. Alright, well we win right there. And that was with the wrong command codes and wrong CE and everything, so that's pretty impressive. That might have been better than Bazette. I'm not sure, I kind of forgot how quick Bazette did that one. But that one's pretty irrelevant, they both win super hard. Ultimately, I don't think it matters too much, right? They're both really good, and they're both 5 stars, and they'll both do what you need an alter ego to do. Melt's a bit more straightforward, I think easier to use, a bit more flexible, where Bazette is kind of wonky and specialized, but can be really good. And I do think Bazette can actually babysit a newbie account a bit better than Melt. I think we have used Sitting Master there, and he got really close, but I don't think we had one that was like really properly upgraded. Alright, let's do Bazette on a team, and then we'll do Melt on a team. Now, the fact, you might say, why use them on a team if they can solo it, but it's not really about beating the stage, it's about kind of seeing what they pull off in the different contexts. Now, I forgot. The Melt is more upgraded than the Bazette, I will say, because that is definitely relevant. But that really does make it favor Bazette then, I think, even with that last stage we just did. This Bazette is 20 levels behind, that's a pretty big deal. Alright, what's good for Abigail? I'm thinking debuff clear. Maybe just the 1 NP boost. The 8% one's not as good. But what do we use in its stead? Do debuff. There's a lot of debuffs here. I feel like you'll almost never whiff it if you use it, so you want it on the quick card. Because you got the defense down, you got the attack down, but sometimes the stun chance. Apparently the Benny command code works, so that's a pretty big damage boost. Let me make sure of that. I do think Abigail is Chaotic Evil. That makes sense. Actually, I think Chaotic Evil is the enemy that you can get the most damage out of then with command codes, because isn't it 30%? And you don't even need to crit. Because there is 30% for if you crit, like with this one, this is 30% if you crit on a burn target. But, I think the Benny one is the only one that's just 30% no matter what you do, assuming they're Chaotic Evil. Where is that one? Surely it's not a 4-star one. And I'm sure I have it. I don't think I've ever missed it. Oh, this isn't my main account. Oh no, it is my main account. Yeah, I'm slotting Bazette. But say the Herc account doesn't have it, but... Is it a 4-star? Or did I somehow not get it? I swear I've gotten like every command code they've ever made, but I'm not seeing it. Let me make sure I'm not just looking over it. How do I not have it? What event was it? I wonder if I just thought it was too niche and I didn't want to spend the resources on it or something. I don't remember ever passing on a command code before, though. I don't see it. What event was it? Anyone remember? Because it's really strange. Yeah, I don't have it. That's crazy. I need to look this up. I want to know what it was from, because that's so bizarre that I don't have it. Because even when I don't like events, I generally clear them on my main. I always clear them on my main, but I wonder if I just forgot to buy it. Like I just didn't buy it from the shop. I'm looking this up. Alright, what was this from? It was from Christmas 2021. What? I know I did that because I've got Martha maxed out. Did I forget to do the stages or something? Because didn't you have to do like those bonus stages to get it? Did I not do one of the bonus stages? That's crazy. I know I did that event. I got the faux items from it. I got my Martha's max. I got all the Martha coins. How did I not get this? What? This is crazy. Didn't you just have to like, I think all you had to do was, is in your present box? I doubt it. Because I think you had to beat a stage to get it. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm so confused. I think all you had to do was beat like a bonus stage that was like really easy. I must have just forgotten to do it. That is so messed up. I forgot to do it on my main account. Jesus Christ. Well, whoops. Good thing it's niche as hell. I remember that stage and I'm pretty sure I did it on one of my old accounts. Wow, dude. Kind of, that's kind of messed up. Shit. Okay, well, if we can't do that... What do we do instead? We can do heal boost. I don't remember if she counts as a servant there, so I'm not sure if guild works or not. I wasn't paying attention. There's anti-female, but that's only 15%. Could do another debuff clear. It's not terrible. I guess I'll just do that to be safe. So I really don't know what to go with, and more anti-debuff is not a bad thing. Yeah, I must have just gotten distracted because I was playing multiple accounts for the Christmas event, and I just didn't notice. That's crazy, dude. That's like the first command code I've missed, and I did the event. I did the event. Yeah, I've got Martha maxed out. I got all of her coins. We're buying everything from the shop. I just forgot to look at the bonus stages. All right, in a team setting, what would you give Bazette here? I mean, Gut CE is still really good, but you're probably going to want to try to use taunts to block the NP. Gut CE is still a really good safety net. I don't really want to do Black Grail because, one, I don't think Beastly has that. And I kind of want to just keep it more, like, normal. Maybe we just do Golden Sumo because it's so standard. And we don't do anything too specialized. Yeah, I kind of like that, and just see what happens. Does she have burn command codes equipped right now? No. She's Mordred, right? They're both meatheads. Yeah, that is a terrible CE on Canis, but I'm kind of too lazy to fix all that right now. Neither of my JP accounts have limit broken Black Crail, and I've been playing for like 4 years. That is, and you roll a decent amount. Like, you've certainly rolled more than I have, I would think, over the years. So that's very unlucky. Although, you know what it could be, Beastly? You might always roll on rate ups. This is a very common issue I see. A lot of players only roll on rate ups. And rate ups normally have rated up craft essences, which means you have lower odds of getting Black Grail, K-Scope, Cope Scope, Origin Bullet, that kind of stuff. I always roll on Story from time to time because I like, you know, Asclepius and Bedivere and all that. and that kind of stuff gives you a better chance at the CEs. Also, just coincidentally, I've noticed over the years that, like, because of my taste and like the kind of servants I like, I normally roll on main story banners, like when a chapter comes out, and those oftentimes don't have rated up CEs. And I'm sure Beastly does that too, but I'd imagine Beastly has rolled more on event banners than I have, and that's always going to translate to having less of the default CEs. That's a big reason why I have so many of the default CEs, though. Because people act like I'm like so lucky in a lot of my accounts to get all those craft essences, but you have to get something. When you roll story, you're not gonna get all those stupid, you know, Gacha CEs that. Because here's the thing: the limited Gacha CEs, even if they're decent, if you just roll a little bit here and there, you'll get 1 copy, maybe 2 copies, and you're never gonna get a chance to be spooked by it. So you're never limit breaking it. Where when you're rolling story or banners with no rate up CE, the craft essences you can get. Not only are going to be the default ones, but they're things you can be spooked by at any point. So let's say you randomly get a K-scope, and then, you know, down the road you roll again, you could also still get a K-scope. Where if you roll on like the Yang CE, you get 1 copy of the Yang CE, and then you roll like 6 months later, you cannot get another copy of the Yang CE. And then that goes for the next time you roll, the next time you roll, the next time you roll. That makes a big fucking difference. Like, I mean, a very significant difference. And the proof's in the pudding. I mean, basically, I got 1 billion accounts, and every single one of them are swimming in the default craft essences like 2030, Canis CD, Origin Bullet, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, it's true though. You have played, regardless of what I just said, like what I just said is completely true, but you have played so much that it's still unlucky that you don't have more Black Grails. That happened to me with Imaginary around. Okay, team play. You know what? I'm gonna keep a team for Lobo testing. Wait, this is not the account we do Lobo testing on, so it doesn't matter. We'll do it with this team then. Alright, so this account's not like a budget account, so this is not going to be super scientific at all, but I just want to see how Bazette and Melt... If I use them in a bunch of different accounts and a bunch of different settings, you know, you're going to start to see trends and that kind of thing. Alright, so we got the casters at the start. We're going to want Taunt because it's the way Abigail works. Could start with George because of that, but it takes a while before Abigail gets her NP, so I don't think I really have to start with a taunt if I don't want the unit naturally. I don't hate Ushi because her team buffs are actually kind of nice for Bazette. That's a thing. We don't have a quick support because this game. We could. Does this account have Martha? I don't think it does. That'd almost be too good anyway, and she didn't exist back then. Now, I'm going to use regular Martha because she's got the debuff clear for the stun. I like that quite a bit. Do I want Hans? Or do I think that's too slow? I don't mind that. And then replace with this. Oh yeah, there's Mash. Mash is extremely good here. Unironically, good cleanup unit for this. That'd be awesome if we got to pick a free CE. I think people would love that. Everyone, I think a lot of people on the service might think, oh, but they won't do that because people would complain and that's so much worse than getting a free 5-star. But honestly, I think people would be very happy with it. Because I don't think anyone expects them to just keep giving out free 5-stars. There's just so little support for quick units from budget. Like for Buster, it's easy. You can just have a conga line of useful things for Buster, but like you could do Shakespeare, Qingong, Leonidas in whatever order you wanted. But you don't have that for quick. So if Mash dies to the NP, she gets replaced by something, Asclepius, I guess? I think this can work. Yeah, free 4-star would be pretty great. kind of want good normal cards out of her, but I think I still go with this. I hate this situation, I'll use it anyway. Alright, this is plenty budget. Do I want Atlas? I don't think so. There are a lot of debuffs here, but we got Martha and Asclepius. I tell you, that's how you have a nice, like, budget account for dealing with debuffs. Save up, roll story, get Asclepius. And then hopefully you just get Martha at some point during your account's life, because she's not too hard to get. And if you have those two, you're looking really good. And if you don't get Martha, you could get Tristan instead. That's another option. Do I want to just evade right now to kind of get ahead of the curve with survivability? Probably not because of Han's stuff. God, I'm so glad though Bazette stage 1 is just normal Bazette in terms of like style and like character, because god damn it, I didn't want to deal with another Karen situation on a character like Bazette. Kind of lucked out on that one. But I'd say more characters that do the whole god fusion thing get really weird opposed to normal. She is really weird in stage 3, but you know, that's optional, so I don't mind it as much. Damage. Yeah, she even refers to herself as Bazette in stage 1, and she says in one of her voice lines that it's basically just normal Bazette. But in stage 3, that is absolutely not the case. Stage 3 is basically the god hijacking her body, which is kind of creepy when you think about it, but what are you gonna do? I kind of want a Han's third skill himself. So I want the stars. Do I throw the heal away for more star gen? Yep. I wish they would do that for all the Pursuitos though, so you can pick between the two. Like, some, you know, Waver's more popular than, however you say the name of, like, the strategist guy. But some people would rather have the strategist guy, right? Or vice versa, so I wish they would do that more. Yeah, Uchi is more Uchi in stage 3 or 4 or whatever, but it's still not a lot of Uchi, like, at all. Alright, click button. Look at that value. Absolutely love it. Now, Abigail doesn't really have much in the way of buffs. She just has NP up, so I might just throw out the defense down. Yep, that's sensible. Okay, probably should have saved Han's skill, because giving it to her right now would be great, because she's actually going to get a lot of refund. Oh, I do like Bazette's gameplay, though, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite fun with the whole, counter shtick, and it's so easy to get crits on her and stuff. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna bug the boss the hell out. Yep, and that's just ends the turn entirely. Yep, if I had given Han's the thing, she could NP right now. Damn. That'd be amazing. This is still good though. It sucks that the stage bugs out like that because we normally would counter more, which would mean more NP gain as well. Also, I think the boss drained our NP instead of attacking us, so I might still not get to NP because this fucking game. There we go. I really messed up the way I used Hans' skill. I want to do Hans' NP, but... We really didn't need that big of a crit, but I'll take it. Yeah, you can really tell the revival wasn't coached. Because look, she revives there, and the turn's not cancelled for us. It only does it to the boss, because you weren't supposed to be able to kill her on her own turn. Oh, this is so funny. Okay. But Bazette's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Again, especially for like lower accounts, she works so well with the budget units. It's so easy. It's not because of her, just because of her damage and stuff. It's actually the taunt. Like for real, the taunt is so good because now your like weaker supports aren't gonna just explode out of nowhere. And taunts are always good because you don't waste value. If she has taunt, you know where to put this evade and have it not to go to waste, right? It won't just block one hit, it'll block all of them. Same for her own personal evade and so on and so forth. Like it's kind of good. All right, now we got this huge crit, but we also have an art chain. That's tough. I kind of want to take the huge crit, but if we get our MP, we'll just win with that. We'll go with the damage, I think. So lets me use Hans' NP. I'll give her the grills after Tesla, but that's great and everything, but chat, I am like completely immune to the new toy effect. This happens to a lot of people where like the new thing makes them forget how much they like the old thing. That never happens to me. Like when Elden Ring comes out, I'm not gonna just jump shit and be like, oh my god, this is the best video game I've ever played, even if I love it, because I remember how much I like Armored Core 4 Answer, Metroid Prime, right? I remember those things. So, and I'm actually like, it's really hard for new things to impress me normally. You have to think about it for a while and let it sink in before I'm ever going to be like, oh my god, this new thing is the best. So yeah, there's no world where I'm portraying Tesla here. Tesla's the next 100. Easy. The only way that only way I can think of that could change that is if they added the Green Knight and they did like an amazing job, right? Like they like aced it. He's got the axe, cool armor, you know, they didn't do anything weird, right? Then that might happen. And I don't know, maybe Butch Cassidy, if they added Butch Cassidy and they didn't butcher that. Yeah, Green Lolly, that's what we would expect. I actually think I should have gone for the art chain. Just because I think we would have killed it like right now if I had. It's actually a little bad because I haven't min-maxed there, and if we don't win, she's gonna get her NP off, and no one died because we were taunting. Of course no one died, and so now Bazette could actually get NP'd in the face. So that's not Bazette's fault, that's kind of user error there. There's a chance that we could win right now, though. We probably would have won if she had attacked Bazette right there. I guess I used this to split the stars. Well, we only got the one card, so... kind of dropped the ball last second here. Alright, let's do Melt, though, in a team setting. Hey, Star. Of course! Of course! We didn't even have taunt up or anything like that. You gotta be kidding me, game. Don't get Kermit the Frog in here. And that was my fault, but I still could have gotten bailed out. More times than not, she still wouldn't have died, right? More times than not. 2 out of 3, she'd have been fine. I could have won by then, though, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's see. Melt. Probably the same team, because they're both quick. Look at Lost getting Bazette too. Look at that Black Grail. Guessing Lost is out of lures feels bad, man. I think Melt is in the all slot. Dude, Tesla's so fucking cool. Look at that guy. What a badass. I prefer her NP in stage 1, thankfully, but yeah, I wouldn't use stage 3 regardless. Yeah, the same team, I think, is okay. Tesla is okay, then fighting words. Always like though when we use servants that are comparable to the new thing, because everyone's expecting Bazette, you know, content, which is fine, but it's kind of fun to just have randomly use this other character that I wouldn't have had a lot of reason to even think to use. But I always like doing that, like when they added, like they added a new 3-star rider, we're obviously going to use them, but then we'll also use Ricky and Ushi, right? Always enjoy that kind of thing. Just grab our NP, nice and easy here. Please don't kill Hans. Game. Game. You're killing me here. Actually, you're killing Hans, but you get what I mean. Do I take this opportunity to art chain? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Gonna need that, yeah, dude, it's been almost 3 years since they added a 3-star. Like, can you fucking believe that? It's been like 2.5 years or something. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Can you guys stop hitting the little guy? What did he do to deserve this? Oh, okay, I can think of a few things, but still. See you, Shadow. Tesla's character wasn't even explained in London, and it didn't make any sense, and he had like no screen time. So it really didn't amount to anything. So we've healed Hans a crap load between his own NP and the Mystic Code, and he's still almost dead. And we can heal him again with Martha coming up. Fucking crazy though. I could kill this mob right here, but I'm trying to get Hans NP for a second heal. Okay, killed it anyway, that worked out. I should have done Melt's first skill. Although saving the stars is fine. Wow, honestly, Melt has a lot in common with Bazette. They both have short turn evades, they both have star bombs on their evade. They're both alter ego boss killers. It's just Bazette's got taunt and all that stuff. Alright, click button, win game. Love it. You know, I could save this debuff clear, and when the boss NPs, do the NP down, and then Melt might actually be able to phase tank if she's the one that happens to be attacked, but... Gas, gas, gas. Not much of a crit chance there. Do I attack up right here? Or do I wait for a better hand? I think we wait for a better hand. 1,600 damage, chat. Bonk, 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 bonk. Sound effects are bugged the hell out, by the way. Still broke. So no need for the attack up then. Good, very good. If only... See, if this had happened to Bazette, Bazette would have gone even faster, but she got NP drained right away. That was unfortunate. Alright, now there's a good time to do this. I should have done Martha's first skill just so she could block debuffs. You know, I'm gonna do that because I don't care if Martha dies, so I don't care if the heal whiffs. But I don't want her doing like less damage if she does NP. Also, Wrath of God right there. I love that animation for Martha though, it's great. Come on! No! Why is it fucking 98, by the way? That was shit. This would have been when we did the attack up because we have a brave chain. We had buffs and stuff. Well, not to be.
もう締め切りか。仕方ない。
Doing the Martha card because I just want to get her NP. Yeah, definitely an L. Definitely an L there. Okay, we got the attack up. That's what we wanted. So Martha and Melt have the same voice actress. They also have like identical hair color there. I think Martha's might be ever so slightly darker, but that's about it. How can I space this out? I think I have to NP then do the normal attack, so I don't think I'm gonna get like any super crazy value with the life bars here. The extra lives. I'd have to crit for like 90k to be able to do that, then NP. You could replace Hans here with Ushi. That would not be a bad setup. Sucks NPing for 200,000. Okay, maybe I should have done both my normal cards. Yeah, I should have done both my normal cards and then NP. But they could have both failed to crit, and then I don't know if it would have worked. Okay, we got that stun on us. Oh, well, we're in the same boat where we can get NP'd now. Just don't do that, game. Yeah. 18k. I've seen more impressive things. Then she crits for 17k. And we got stunned! Uh-oh! Alright, is she gonna have the same fate as Bazette? Nope. Lucky. If only we weren't stunned. If this was a Asclepius, we'd be set, because he could clear the stun, but I didn't do that. Well, smash. I mean, it was good enough. Mash solo. He's casting that a lot. I think I can remove it with Martha now, though. We might win right here. It's a lot of damage up. So it's still very comparable to Bazette. This account is not a good testing ground, but still, I think overall they're pretty similar. But I think Bazette is definitely better for the newbies, especially because of the taunt. It's like she just keeps the team really safe while she's doing what she's doing. Makes it easy to not whip value on survival abilities. So I'm leaning towards Bazette, but a lot more testing needs to be done, to be sure. Alright, that's it for Abigail. Just zeet the app there, don't want to lose the stage. I mean, Bazette would have had a full health bar too if she didn't get NP'd. It was just luck there. Fun little setups there, though. That fight is pretty easy if you summon a friend's alter ego or you have your own. But oh boy, if you don't, it's rough. Chat, you know what we need to do? We need to use Mecha Liz. I don't know how this is gonna go in comparison, but yeah, we need to do that. The one thing that's gonna help Mecha Liz, and I think this is fair, it doesn't mean her kit's better, but she can work with Buster supports. right? And that is definitely a big boon because there are no quick supports. So, alright, we'll be fair to Mecha Liz though. We gotta give her at least some basic command codes. Although I just realized I'm not sure I have her keys unlocked because, you know, she's not. Uh-oh. Okay, I'll unlock a few, but I probably won't unlock all of them. There's not that many keys to go around right now. Is Hex around? If Hex is around, we'll use his. Let me send him a message. I don't. I'll send him a message. We'll see. Okay, I'll still set up mine in case he doesn't, because I'm not sure if he's available right now or not. But if he is available, we'll use his. In a team setting, I will say the command codes don't matter as much. Like, the supports were getting what we needed done pretty smoothly. People ask me about command codes all the time, but I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that. It's like just knowing the game and knowing the units and knowing the stage, right? It's not like there's a universal thing where it's like, you know, this unit's always going to use that. I mean, I guess there is sometimes because you've got units that stun themselves, right? Like, what's her name? Okita Summer, right? She stuns herself. So you want to always use the anti-stun command code, things like that. But it's, you know, it's the same as craft essences. It just depends, you know, what are you doing? What are you working with? What are you fighting? And you just kind of, you know, just knowing the game, right? It's really that's what it comes down to, is just knowing the game, and it's knowing, like, how much am I going to crit? Am I going to crit enough that 25% like Buster crit up here is going to be more useful than like a guaranteed 20% damage crit or no, right? Or are you fighting an enemy that's a servant or not? Do you need normal card damage, or is normal card damage irrelevant? Like, am I breaking the health bars, you know, with my MP all the time, and the normal cards aren't going to matter at all? And if that's the case, then you probably want to do like utility command codes, right? Like Stargin or healing or crit down on the boss, right? But if it's the other way around, where you're like, oh no, I can't. My MP damage is not enough, and my normal card damage combined with it still isn't enough, and I'm not meeting the damage thresholds I need to beat. Then you probably do want to put damage command codes, right? So it's just it's all context. You know, paying attention is a big one, right? Let's say you're fighting a challenge quest, right? You just want to pay attention. It's like, let's say you're struggling with the boss because the boss keeps critting your units, and the crit from the boss is so much damage the units keep dying, right? But when you do NP the boss, it always breaks and you're doing overkill damage, right? That's like the perfect example of when you should take off damage command codes and then put on stuff like the crit up. There's a command code that removes crit up from the boss and then puts crit down on them instead of it, right? That's a huge value shift for you, right? But now that's just an example. There's so much more context than that. So yeah, it's just an experience thing and paying attention to what's happening. There's really no. People are always asking me for like uniform advice for command codes, but command codes by definition of what they are not something that's uniform, right? With a few very specific exceptions, right? But command codes are designed to be customizable to the situation at hand. So it just boils down to knowing what they do, knowing what the boss does, knowing what you need and what you don't need, right? Like that's what matters. So I wish I could give people an easy answer, but there just isn't one, right? You just gotta know them and, you know, get good, right? It's kind of like a complicated RPG game that has like a lot of systems and stuff. If you want to take advantage of those systems, you just gotta understand them. There's the only other thing I can do is give people specific advice on a specific stage, right? Like the Zenobia stage, for example, the challenge quest, especially if you're trying to solo it, but even in team setting, you know, having anti-crit command codes is really big there, right? Like way bigger than normal, So like the best I could ever do is advice for a specific circumstance. There's really no general advice I can give, because even on Coup, you know, I mix up the command codes quite a bit. Anyway, for this, though, I don't think it's going to matter too much, unless we're just really pushing it on Mecha Liz, which we might be, but we'll see. We'll go with Star Absorb, and then maybe we get a lucky crit with her. That could help. Now, this is not fair to her at all right now, because she's less upgraded. Oh, good. Hex is setting up his Mecha Liz, so we can use that instead. Let me see if I have Hex on my ult account. I think Hex is busy right now though, so I might just need to use mine. It's gonna be, I think, too hard to try to set this up this second. Man, it feels bad. Zerp hasn't played in a while. Oh, hi Hex. Yeah, Hex, if you're too busy, don't worry about it. But if you are free, I think I need to add you and this, that, and the other. Oh, not busy? Okay. Well, then never mind then. Then carry on. Alright, there's my code if you need it. Oh yeah, of course, Hex has Bazette too, so... So I'm actually super curious about this. I really want to know how Mecha Liz holds up. I've tested her in the past, and normally she doesn't hold up so good. But it's not even a matter if she holds up or if she's as good as if she can she do it with the same like style of setup, right? I want to see that. Because I know you can beat this boss with her, of course. That's probably you and me, Arjuna, and not many other people, because I don't think most people have as many accounts as us, and you have more than me, so... Alright, what slot... Alright, we have 3 per slot. Okay, there she is. Wait, that's not Mecha Liz. That's a thought. I don't know, chat. Do we use the stronger? Do we use the stronger Mach 1 or the superior Mach 2? But that's not Grailed. Actually, it's tough. I kind of want to use both anyway, though, because I kind of want to see just how she does Grailed, non-Grailed. And Bazette we used was just level 90, right? I keep forgetting that, though. Our Melt really is more upgraded than our Bazette, so Bazette really is actually coming out on top. I completely forgot about that, and yeah, Bazette's definitely on top there. We'll use both. We'll do the stronger one first here. So, to be fair though, this really is a lot more upgraded than the Bazette we used. Like that is quite a bit. Now, we can change Hans to Qin Gong, I think, and that's a pretty big bonus. Although this account's Qin Gong isn't actually super strong, though. It's actually not bad if we sacrifice Martha to bring in a taunt. Like, it's not bad at all. But yeah, Mach 2 is definitely the cooler one. But we'll start with Mach 1 and then we'll do Mach 2 and see how a vanilla Mecha Liz does. Because that's almost a vanilla Bazette that we used. $2030. Okay, here we give her $2030. That's what we do. I wish we had Cope Scope, but we do not. We're not going to need Asclepius's NP. This is very budget friendly, though, I'll say that. I kind of want to do Anniversary Blonde. I'll still do this one, though. We might need to heal on somebody, like especially Qin Gong with the trash mobs. 9 ball colors. That would be funny on Mecha Liz. I think this Mecha Liz will do alright because her raw stats are good enough. Like, she's Grailed, she's 2k foed, like, her stats are really high. The regular Mecha Liz, though, I don't know about that one. I open stream and first thing I hear is sacrifice Martha. Yeah, well, you know, Chingong things. This is the first time I've used Mach 1 Liz in like a serious capacity ever. Because I don't ever need to use her for testing or anything because they have the exact same gameplay as Mach 2.
呵責なく。わかりました。このように攻めるのです。
She is a bit loud. Robots be like that.
我は門を知れり、汝見ることあたわず。お父様。
Okay, well, definitely that.
そして。エイダ粒子展開。手伝う気にしないで。
She's got double Buster. I kind of feel like we don't need Chingong's Buster. 254. I may be overestimating her. Let's do it. Oh, we got the command code.
Take off. Start the player.
Oh, these sound effects are so bugged right now. Oh my god, almost none of the sound effects played. That is so unsatisfying. Damn, okay, I did not need that Buster up. Because the MP would not have killed. Actually, no, it's good. It's right. This isn't a break bar. Oh, Jesus, never mind. You know, we made the right call there. We absolutely made the right call there. Alright, we'll do the music on the next one. What's the play now? Hell, I should have given her the attack up because then we would have broken 2 bars right there. Wait, do these seriously have different passives? Mach 1 is Lancer bonus, Mach 2 is Saber bonus? That's actually kind of cool that they did that. Because up to this point, there'd been no differences. Obviously, neither of those passives are all that useful. Actually, they're kind of terrible. Actually, they're really terrible because they're alter egos, and those are night classes. So, but it's kind of just an interesting thing. But yeah, that doesn't help too much. I guess Chin can just taunt. Man, Chin is so good for this then. Well, she's keeping up just fine. However, she is quite a bit more upgraded than the other two. Well, actually, she's not that much more upgraded than Melt. And the only way she's better is the fact that she's in P5, but Mecha Liz is always in P5, so that's an advantage she kind of deserves. However, she is unfairly advantaged against Bazette. But she's actually kind of wrecking this. So some of that is definitely Chingong. Hey Saber Nero, what's up? We've been using Melt a lot today in various contexts to compare her to Bazette. This is a very unfortunate turn that could have been really good. I will say, if the fight kept going and going and going, Mecha Liz will definitely fall off because she does not have long-term value, but she has insane burst. I think Bazette is actually the best in the long run, but Melt's pretty close. I do need to do some more account reviews. Actually, I guess we sacrifice Qin Gong. It seems to be the right play here. Dude, these stuns are killing me. Like, everyone that gets the cards is the one that's stunned. We are falling off pretty hard right here, though. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we are really falling off now. And, some of that's bad luck because of the gimmicks, but it's also just the way her kit is. So if this boss had, like, more health and stuff, you'd see an even bigger difference between her, I think, and Mecha Liz, etc. I'm not gonna lie, though. Bazette really is the one I'm getting impressed with, because Bazette is the least upgraded out of the ones that we're using, and she's actually doing the best, kind of. So if Bazette was as upgraded as the other two, she'd be winning, like, big time. Yeah, you can kind of NP twice pretty smoothly, but after that, it's pretty slow. This will actually be quite tough if we use a level 80 Mecha Liz. I think it'll be, like, pretty close. I might switch Mash to Asclepius. These debuffs are making such problems. Doing the quick card because we have 20-30. And we've got Liz's first skill up. Dude, she's been stunned twice. It's fucked up. I wonder if Martha's got her skill back. Yeah, we were talking about that. Default on Melt actually seems to be good. Alright, we win right here. Yep, she's dead. Obviously I could have done this first. It just doesn't matter. She's dead. Got NP up, defense down. And we have a Brave Chain. Yep, boss kid. I mean, she kept up. Just, if anything, she might have done a little bit better. But again, she was super upgraded. Now let's try a more normal Mecha Liz. See the difference? Is it RST? RST 64 tick? I kind of said it right. Alright, but what are we doing here? Other account. Might be the first time I've slotted that in a while. So I've got our passives. I don't have her first skill at 10. Let's see if I can painlessly upgrade her first skill, or if it would take mats that I don't want to use. Oh, is that like some insane way to say rust? Or rustic? I'm assuming it's rustic. Just Mega League speak. I mean, that's first skill's good, but we'll wait on that. I haven't bought the Rider gems for my Pure Prisms yet, so like it's not that bad, but still. I will say though, noticeably one reason we're doing better though is Qin Gong. Like, Buster support is just better than... Does this account have Shakespeare? Because I would totally use that if we did. I don't think it does. Yeah, I would do Shakespeare instead of Mash. Even that instead of Mash. Might do that though because of the debuffs. Could bring Atlas, but this is tough. More damage versus... Okay, we'll do that. We'll do it like just like that. Okay, Qin Gong actually doesn't need that because of his taunt. I wouldn't mind doing a solo with her real quick if you could give her a gut CE. I wouldn't mind doing a solo and just see how she does. That seems like a fun thing to do.
これはいたぶりがいのある湿気攻略しがいのある敵陣ですな。
Defense up now, maybe? Nah.
はい、命令したまっていて。ターゲット捕捉、抵抗は無駄です。
I don't mind getting the star gem down because we're just gonna remove it later.
祈ります。
Now that's a hand.
放っておいて。
Chat, I am pretty sure this bird is gonna die. Or bird horse thing. Cthulhu Chocobo. Although when you look at their like legs, they're really not that horse-like. Like, they got like talons. They're pretty weird. That went quite smoothly. No one took too much damage. Horse, bird, octopus thing. That's about right. Alright. Massively downgraded stats on our Mecha Liz here. But we shall see how we do. Yeet that shit. Oh, our hand is so much worse than last time though. One buster card would have been good. He has a triple buster deck, and you can't give me one buster card game. Unfortunate. I kind of want to... No, let's not taunt. It'd be nice to get the NP refund, but... Damn, that really sucks we didn't get cards. That was a big part of why it went so good with the other Mecha Liz, because we NP'd, and then we went straight into big buster stuff. And so we fucked up 2 health bars and boom boom. But I guess that was just... Like, that, I mean, it wasn't that good of luck, because a lot of it was, and she has a triple buster deck, so it's actually kind of likely. More like, this Liz is getting unlucky, less so than the other Liz getting lucky. Kind of want to reset, actually, because that's... Not even getting one buster card is a pretty big blow. Because she got to use her buster card to pick on buster up. There's a lot of value. Also, the boss is only attacking Martha, so we're not getting NP gain. Yeah, I tell you, especially when you have more budgety setups, if you do the same setup over and over again, you'll see wildly different performances just because of things like getting, you know, a Brave Chain on when you got all your buffs and things like that. It makes a really big difference. Those were unfortunately very weak crits because we had attack down. I think we had double attack down actually. Ooh. Might have to heal Shengon because he could die this turn otherwise, and then we'd whiff the taunt, and that'd be terrible. Hoping to get lucky right here. Damn, should have just done the Buster Chain. Oh, that sucks. That did so much less damage than I was thinking. Yeah, I really have to use both Mecha Liz's again, like multiple times. Okay, I'm just gonna reset though. This is just terrible, and it's not. I don't think it's even because the Mecha Liz is less upgraded. It's just so much went wrong there. Mecha Liz didn't get attacked any. She got MP drained a bunch. She never got a good card spread. Like so much was going bad there. But yeah, Hex, do you got a Gutsy E? Because I wouldn't mind trying solo here just to see. I think she might be able to do it. That sucks too because the chocobos here went really well and like really smooth, but like that went really badly on the boss. I wish they'd hit Martha so she could do her first skill. Come on, give me a lucky crit here on Martha. She'll kill it. Nice. Didn't really need that crit because now our gain went way overcharged, but I can kill it faster, so that's alright. Alright. Let's see if I can get a Buster card when I have a triple Buster deck and the deck just shuffled. I guess I could do the first skill last turn to have more stars right here. I'd lose the defense buff, but that's not too bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, this first. And this. So I guess I do the art because MP game. And it has a higher crit chance anyway. Alright, this is so much better. Look at that beefy quick card, yeah. It didn't get much, unfortunately. Honestly though, if the quick card had the crit chance, I would have gone with it over the art card. 329 though, that's still plenty, Jesus. That's Chin Gong not having his thing max. Okay, no crit. Okay, at least that one crit. This is still so much better than last time already, just like that. Okay, I don't know about that part though. Martha got a little wrecked. Yeah, you can really see though, Mecha Liz is very front-loaded. I think this really does show like how behind she is, I think the other Mecha Liz, we really did get lucky, and Hex has just upgraded her, you know, really well, so she's a lot stronger. But after that initial huge damage, it does fall off super hard. I think she can still get the job done here though. Oh shit. And Chin got attacked a lot earlier, lost his evade really quickly. Let me think. I might need to evade him. I really want to save his taunt. If it gets really bad and I think he's gonna die, I can have him use his NP. That way. Wait, our next unit's not a taunt either. Uh-oh. I switched out the taunt in the back row because up to this point we didn't need it. But yeah, now we kind of do. Yeah, Martha's not getting attacked at all. It's getting a little ridiculous. Oh great, I use the evade and then she doesn't attack Chin at all. Excuse me. So, I don't know. I might need a Chin Gong Martha to be safe. Because if Chin dies here, it's so bad. Well, it's bad no matter what, though, because that's right, the next unit's not a taunt, so I think I just have to hope for the best. Yeah. There's nothing else I can do. If my back row unit was a taunt, though, I probably would Chin Gong Martha right there. to just guarantee I don't get NP'd. We're actually going to lose the stage if we get NP'd on Mecha Liz. So if Chin dies here, then it's a 1 in 3. Technically, we're favorites for Mecha Liz not to die, because there's a chance for Chin Kong not to die, and then there's a chance for us not to get NP'd. Like, overall, we're definitely a favorite. Woo!
単純いてませんね。
行くわよ。わかりました。
黙っていて。
Martha not doing much damage, but it's still better than nothing, and it gives us our first card buster bonus and defense down, etc.
目障りです。イグナ。
15k. Yeah, she's in P1.
我、その真髄を宿す写しみとなら。
交互を許すとは。
クリフォー、ライゾン。
So those galaxies in the bottom part of that NP are clearly just pancakes.
苦しめ。
Giant space pancakes.
これでどう？
Chin didn't deserve that, true, but you know, sometimes you gotta sacrifice yourself for the greater good. Can't always sacrifice other people. What is the play here? Got 2 debuff clears, so that's nice. This is awesome. The NP seal, she's definitely never NPing again. That's big. I kind of need to keep everyone alive, but I don't want to... Maybe I Asclepius NP just for the heal. And save Martha's debuff clear. Yep, that's actually good. Although, you know what? Oh, it's greed time. Oh yeah, it's definitely greed time. I'm throwing this heal out just to lower our chances of dying in case we don't kill here. Honestly, even at 80, she was pretty smooth here. You just need to put a taunt, I think, in that back row in case Chin dies. And if you don't have Chin, yeah, I'm ready to Zeet the app. If you don't have Chin, you use Leonidas. And that actually might be better anyway, but yeah. Although I guess if Leonidas didn't have his attack up, so like how it was when Abigail was first added, it wouldn't be as good, but... I'm pretty sure she's dead. Also, I forgot the music. I can't do it now because I gotta Zeet the app. We'll do it in the solo. Oh yeah, she's dead. I'll just kill it now. She's got a buster and an extra with all that like defense down and stuff. So she's definitely going to kill it. It's actually a way better setup than what I used in the video back in the day. Although everyone was weaker back then, you didn't have your passives, and some of those units weren't buffed. But I just, in the video, I was more concerned with using units that I liked. You know, I wanted to use Billy and stuff. I really should make a new video for that fight, though. I could make a better budget setup, and I could even use units without their more recent buffs. Alright, I don't know if Hex is still here or not, but if he is, let's see if we got that Guts CE and... see if she can solo. Yeah, Guts CE, nice, nice. I think she's got a chance. I keep going to the wrong one. All right. Atlas? I don't know. I think default. She needs to live until the NP happens, so the heal's really good. And even Anniversary Blonde might have been the way to go, just because it's so much damage. That CGI is so bad. That's like actual PlayStation 2 stuff. Yeah, the thing is, Asclepius wasn't needed there, though. Asclepius could have been Shakespeare, and actually that would have been better because he'd given the Buster up, and that's the battery that we needed. So Asclepius was just not necessary at all. That'd be no problem back in the day. Shin Gong, though, obviously is incredibly good, and Leonidas would not be as good, but it'd probably be good enough. And then Martha, I guess, isn't totally a budget unit. Martha would be the harder one to replace just because you don't have a lot of anti-debuff. You have to use Atlas otherwise. So you could do Sanson, but then he gets countered by these guys. Yeah, that's the hard part, actually, is the debuff clear. Especially because Martha's team-wide debuff clear. And sure, you might have Martha, you might have someone else with like AoE debuff clear, but you might not. And bringing Atlas would be a bit rough because that would, especially Mecha Liz. Like Bazette and Melt wouldn't care about having Atlas. That'd actually be okay. But I think Mecha Liz would not want it. I don't think that works out very well. Solid opening hand. I dig it. They did not kill George. At least I got a little bit into game. It's not like we're totally wasting our time. Santa Nightingale wasn't around back then either, and she only removes one debuff, so that doesn't work because she would remove the defense down. She would not remove the stun proc. And yeah, she absolutely did not exist back then. Because that's what we're talking about, is like, how would you change that style of setup back in the day when a lot of that stuff didn't exist? And again, Asclepius was the easiest thing to replace. Like, that's not a problem at all. I actually think Shakespeare would be better. And Shin Gong would be a little hard to replace, but I do think Leonidas would be totally fine. And whatnot. And we had extra units in the back. It's not like we got pushed to our final thing. You just need to make sure the NP doesn't hit the DPS unit, and you're totally fine. So yeah, Martha is definitely the hard one to replace. You could just bring Atlas, but that means the other two units could be stunned. You could only save one, and then your damage is lower. So it's not ideal. That's a huge, like, that might not sound like a big difference. Like, oh, at least you're getting rid of the one debuff. Like, it's pretty big. That's a losing the damage, other units getting stunned. That can really add up. Yeah, Martha's good, no doubt. Martha, great unit. Thankfully, she's not too hard to get, so. But there are plenty of accounts out there that have had to face Demeter or what have you, and they didn't have her. And then nowadays, you can use Tristan, because Tristan also has full debuff clear for the entire team, but he didn't have that back then. Your options would be Sanson and like Medea. Because Medea's kind of better than Sanson, because Sanson gets countered by the Chocobos, where Medea's neutral. But Medea still only removes the debuffs on one unit. Cersei didn't exist back then. Wait. Did she? She was added. Wasn't she added here? Yeah, she was added here, but she's also the same rarity as Martha, so it's just as you're just as like. Actually, I'd say back then you were probably more likely to have Martha than Cersei because Martha had been in the game for so long. Now that depends on the player, because some players had been playing since day one up to Salem. Some people had only started playing recently. You know, it's all over the map. But I would say more players. I really feel confident that more players when Salem was released. I feel like more players had Martha than had Cersei, because Cersei had just been added. Also, you have to level Cersei, and you know, right then and there, and all that. Okay, we didn't actually get... I forgot about the stun thing, so I didn't bring Atlas, which is really bad. Thankfully, we resisted it, and we can just remove the defense down. That was a big mistake on my part right there, but we did not get punished. I think we attack up. We don't have a lot in the ways of crit, but... Now see, Hex bailing us out with these smart command code picks. He had the anti-stun one there. I don't think we need it though, so we'll do the defense removal and then we'll do the big damage boost command code. Oh yeah, we also didn't have command codes back then. Oh, excuse me. I said we'd use the music. So wait, what happened? Did we only kill once? Fuck, if we only killed once, that's quite bad. Because if we only killed once, we should have saved the attack up, because we overkilled. She didn't kill because no... How close was it? I was fiddling with the music, so I didn't see how close it was. 13k? That sucks! I should have done Buster NP. We'll give her another go. Because we'll need to do Buster NP Buster. That should make a difference. Stop. Stop! The bread! No pancakes for you! I guess I'll go ahead and do this. This is a nice turn, though. Get rid of one of the attack downs. Ugh. It's not looking good. Might need to, not fuck up at the beginning. Alright, we'll evade here because we don't have defense up anymore, and then it buys us time to use the... Although, you know what? I don't think I should have done that. I think I could have face tanked one more, and then evaded after the guts. Yep. Oh, mistakes are definitely happening right now. Okay, we gotta give her another go. There's some little bit of nuance here and there. We're kind of messing up. Of course the sound effects got messed up. Just kill me now. We got drained again. Awful. I think she can do it. I don't think we can do it right now, but I think she can do it on a good run. I really wish we had landed that 70% crit there. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Give me a second. Don't worry guys, we guarded the debuff. Yeah, if I could evade right here, that would be really good. Round 2. This is kind of a cool solo with her, actually. Definitely harder with her than Bazette or Melt. Do I still stick with default? I think because of the command codes Hex picked, we do, and then that gives us the burst damage, potentially, at the start. She's definitely, though, the alter ego that will have the hardest time soloing this boss. I think she does have the least... Wait, let me check on that. Let me look at the other alter egos. I think that's true, though. Alright, alter egos... Yeah, I think every other alter ego would be better. The only other one in the running is Okita, because Okita is AoE and not exactly the hottest to begin with. But even Okita, because 5-star stats and stuff, she could probably do it too. I think she's pushing it as well though. But Ilya would be fine. Ilya would wreck it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Protea is kind of bad because of the buff removal. I think she's just got the damage though. Let's see, let me look at her kit. Because she can still NP a bunch of times. You basically use your, because you know your stacks are going to get removed, you just remove them yourself with your second skill, and you get an extra NP off. Between that, her big attack up, and all that, I mean, she is AoE as well. It's funny, her NP is anti-unit, but it's AoE. I think she could do it. 5-star stats, big attack up, can NP multiple times pretty easily, and it's definitely not going to die before the boss's NP. But yeah, she might be pushing it a little bit. AoE is absolutely disadvantaged. And some of the other AoE ones, like Doorman or something, they just have such good kits it doesn't matter that they're AoE. Same for Passion Lip. Passion Lip's kit is just crazy good for this fight. So I think all the alter egos probably can do it though, but the ones that are definitely pushed, I think, is Mecha Liz and Okita. And if Mecha Liz is not grailed and stuff, I'm not sure she could do it then. I think that would be a problem, because it looks like we're pushing it, even though we are grailed and such. So without all the grails and command codes, all the little stuff, I don't think she could do it. Where some of the good ones could do it pretty vanilla. We'll see though, we played Mecha Liz pretty poorly last time, so let's see if we can clean that up. So the only way they'll kill George is if they crit. We're not doing as well on NP gain this time. I was hoping for a bullshit crit there, but as long as I get a bit of NP gain right here, I think we're good. Because Chin gives us stuff on death. This is an interesting one for Protea though, just because of the buff removal. I don't think we'll do that today, but I actually wouldn't mind seeing how that goes. Because normally a fight like this would be easy on her, but it is kind of tricky. This is actually a very hard stage to solo at pure neutral, because obviously alter egos are not neutral here. But at neutral, this is super tough because you are kind of on the clock because of the boss's buff removal. So unless you have debuff or buff removal resistance or something, it's hard at neutral to get the damage in time. Unless you're like Scath, because then you get your anti-divinity, and it's a lot easier. Let's take advantage of the overkill here. Can I get away with just the one art card and save the heal on my quick? The thing is, I don't think I'm going to use the heal on the quick for a while anyway, so I think I just take the better NP gain and make some stars and go with that. Benny? I think Benny... Wait, she gets her bonus though, doesn't she? If she didn't, I think it'd be hopeless, but because she does, she probably could do it. I will say though, the game's getting kind of weird, especially for the older content, because the older content's not as hard anymore, because we're so much stronger than we used to be, just because of command codes, 2K faux pause, they add up a lot. Like, command codes especially make a huge impact on solos. So we're just so much stronger now. So it's like almost any unit that's even remotely applicable to a stage that is upgraded enough can normally do it, at least for older content. Especially with 120. Like, my god, at 120 you're just a monster. So it's kind of weird like that. I mean, there's exceptions, like I don't think Dearmid is doing this stage even at 120. I don't know, maybe he's got the female attack down, so at 120 actually maybe he could do it. That'd be close though. We're like 2 at 120, it's a blowout and you're gonna win really easy. So you need some, what I'm getting at is you need really hard stages now for properly upgraded units to have a noticeable difference against each other sometimes. right? Especially when they are counterclassing. Like, almost any of them that are upgraded properly can solo it. Now, again, newer content, that's not the case. But the thing is, newer content, we can't play whenever we want. You know, I don't have a Zeus account or a Fluffy account where we can just fight them. So, and Zeus actually isn't even that hard in a solo just because of the nature of the fight. Yeah, but Fluffy is... That's, good luck with that one. That's different. Alright, we gotta do at least the one buster. Which one, though? I guess that one. Yeah, a Reshigal could definitely solo this, and I'm pretty sure we've already done that before. A Reshigal is a monster. Like, for example, let's say you had a big bad Orchestra boss. You know, almost any really upgraded Lancer is going to do really well there. And for the real difference between a Reshigal and some of the other Lancers to show, it's going to have to be a damn hard boss, right? Assuming everyone's upgraded properly. I think I'm just gonna throw this out now. Do this one first. It sucks, it's the only card without a good crit chance, but I want to get rid of that attack down. Damn it, we didn't get the 50-50 either. I think we would have broken right there if we had, which means I could have focused on NP game. That sucks, dude. That was the only card that didn't have 100% crit chance, and it got, you know, every negative star available. Not looking good because of that. This turn I'm basically whiffing, where I could have been like working into the next health bar. I could probably finish it off with my NP then, but now I might be short. Yeah, Reshigal is super strong solo unit no matter what, and then she has niches here. She has multiple niches here. She is neutral, and she is AoE, but she's just so good that it don't matter. Like, she's got it. It's kind of weird that Abigail's Earth, because Abigail actually existed in history. I think the reason he did it, though, is the Earth is because of the, you know, Cthulhu nonsense. If it was just Abigail without Outer God influence, I think she would be man. But, yeah, because of Cthulhu bullshit, I think she's Earth. I'm doing that move first, because I want to get rid of the attack down again. So this is weird. We're like at the NP turn, and we're at full health. So I'm guessing Abigail quick charged or something. A lot of times when the boss is taking their turn, I'm looking at chat. That kind of sucks because the later, like when you have this much health, it's going to waste. You want the boss to NP later. If I could, like, if my health could buy me another turn, you want it to buy you another turn. That means I could have saved my heal. I could have healed after... So what I could have done was I could have gutsed the NP, evaded, healed, heal Mystic Code, and I could be at 4,000 health, and then maybe live another turn. But we're not going to be able to do that now, unfortunately. Well, we need to break. I also want to get my NP, but I think we need a Buster Chain. I'm not sure 2 Busters would do it. It might if we do this one. Risky. If we fail though, she'll be low enough in health that I can do a normal card next turn and then NP do the next health bar. That's how it works here. And we got that crit, so it didn't even matter. I think we got it now. This was tough. We had to play this pretty properly. I didn't quite do it perfectly. It's like the healing thing I could have still done. But we definitely cleaned this up a lot more compared to the last time I played it. Pretty cool, actually. But yeah, this stage, like right now we're using alter egos, so it's been kind of easy for us to solo it, ultimately. But if you you want to test, you solo this at neutral, and it's pretty rough. Have fun, Arjuna. Assuming you're shopping for something not tedious or whatnot. Yeah, I'm ready to TT up. I don't think we're actually going to kill this turn, but we'll definitely kill next turn, and we got the evade, so... Groceries only, need veggies. That's not bad. Oh, we might kill here. Yep. Alright, let's go back to like the main and all that. That was pretty cool though. I enjoyed doing all that, and I do feel pretty confident that Mecha Liz is not doing that at level 80 unless you got miracle RNG throughout the fight with like really good crits and stuff. So technically possible, buffed by music, yeah. But yeah, technically possible at 80, but the win rate would be like 5% or something like that. She definitely had to work a lot harder. The thing is, XX she's not possessed by an outer god. So of course she's not gonna have like the fictional stuff, and then she's a servant universe, you know, space bullshit, so of course she's Star. Like, if you look at all the Cthulhu ones, I suspect all the Cthulhu ones are Earth. Unless, sometimes Star, just because space as well. I think they're all going to be, though, Earth or Star. Especially if they're full-on possessed. Let's see, Van Gogh's got Cthulhu stuff. She's Earth. Yang has Cthulhu stuff. She's man, but I'm pretty sure she's, like, barely influenced by the Outer God stuff. So that's probably why on that one. Because she was a real person in history. Abigail's Earth. Because obviously, you know, Cthulhu doesn't actually exist. Hokusai's man, that's kind of weird, but I guess Hokusai is actually not that, he's not really being run by the Outer God stuff that much either, but that is kind of weird that, they're man. Let's see, any other Cthulhu ones? I guess Jokdamoli, yeah, they're Earth. Yeah, they're not really all over the place. They're mostly Earth, and then some of the ones that are real life people are still man, but I think that's just, you know, typical FGO stuff with, like, you know, them not... The Outer Gods are varying in their degree of, like, influence and whatnot, and, you know, FGO is always kind of weird with some of this stuff. Yeah, they're pretty consistent, I would say, there. But then the other foreigners aren't Cthulhu related. Like, Veach is not Cthulhu related, Voyager's not Cthulhu related, you know, he's supposed to be a different class entirely. I'd imagine he's Star. Let me look. Yeah, he's Star. That'd be so weird if he wasn't Star. I guess there's Idol. I'm assuming she's Star. Yeah, she's Star. Yeah, it's either space stuff, their you know, actual human history stuff, or Cthulhu stuff. That's pretty much all they're doing with the foreigners. So that's pretty consistent, I would say. I don't know if we have an Ultra Herc available to us right now. And when we do that, we gotta really concentrate, make sure we're not fucking up, get the command code, so we might save that for later. So I wanna do that proper. Okay, I know it's a little early, but I think I'm gonna take a break, and then we might do some Dark Souls 1, but I need to eat. So I think I'll take a quick break, we'll eat, and we'll come back with Dark Souls 1. Although actually, before we do that, let's do just a little bit of Valentine's Day to just use my AP. So if we got any last second questions or whatnot, now would be a good time. But yeah, we'll wrap up in a moment here. Let me just do like A stage. So I'm not going to worry about 3 turning. I'm actually going to worry about getting as many buddy points as possible on the units that I want. Anybody got a chocolate boost? There we go. Let's see. So what I kind of want to do, I'm trying to like get an even amount of buddy points on some key budget units for like the challenge quest, but at the same time I'm trying to get Bond on Scatty because she's close to Bond 11, and then same for Calamity Jane. But now that I think about it, I don't really need to work on them. I can always get them the Bond after the event because I'm not rolling, right? I already rolled, so I don't need the SQ right now. So I really shouldn't be getting, that kind of sucks. I've already gotten Scatty quite high on the Bond there. Like she's getting the 40% bonus now. But yeah, when I think about it, I can literally just get Scatty Bond any other time. So I should be working on another budget unit. Now I have no idea what the challenge quest would be, so it's hard to pick, you know, what to focus on. So I'm trying to like have a wide net here. Yeah, NA gets to remove command codes freely this anniversary, isn't it? So kind of soon. Ushi would be good. Maybe Chen, but it's rare that you use Chen as a DPS. Could do Mori just because I like Mori. I was doing Darius because he's a pretty universal budget pick, but you know, just in case they make you fight something weird and it's a single target fight, not an AoE one, I probably should get some Mori Bond of birdie points. I kind of want to give him a, oh, I did give him a Grail, good, so I'm not gonna whiff entirely. Okay, this seems like a good spread for now. And then once Darius is like in a good spot, maybe I work on, let me think, maybe Qingong then? Oh, excuse me, we're on the standby screen. I was showing all the Bond points and stuff. But yeah, you get more Bond as you level up their buddy rank. That's the whole thing. And I'm trying to have an equal spread of who I give Bond to, that that way I'm ready for the challenge quest no matter what class it is. Yeah, once Darius is high enough, I don't know what to focus on next. Hey, look at maybe 100 face. Yeah, probably 100 face. That sounds good. Alright, we'll go with this though. Yeah, it's not about farming efficiency, it's about that Bond. Yeah, I could definitely see it being Bazette or Karen, but every once in a while they do really weird things with challenge quests. It's very common that it would be something like Bazette or Karen, that's very common. But they absolutely do weird stuff on challenge quests from time to time. Like Taiga, yeah, it could be Taiga or something. Like they definitely do wacky stuff occasionally. I would say more times than not, they do stuff like doing Bazette or Karen in an event like this, but it's not crazy rare that they do. Like, you know, Jesus, they've had some weird stuff like, you know, Gilius in the Imaginary round. Yeah, they'll do stuff like Ku and Angra, right? Maybe with no Bazette, right? Even though they're not event servants, they kind of do things like that are connected to things that weren't really in the event. They definitely do that sometimes. Yeah, Blood Axe in Summer. Don't kill Darius. Let's see what his NP game is like here. Someday I want my Darius to be level 100, but it's hard to find the grails right now between Tesla and 120Q. If they do make it Taiga, I guess I should be getting Bedivere up. This is a pretty wacky team we got going on. I'm so looking forward to a Darius animation update. I've always liked him a lot. He was one of the first units I was like kind of hyped for going into FGO. That and he got those good animations in Extella Link, so a lot of potential there. I finally decided to start faux pawing Mori, just because Mori can get so much out of like a big buster crit and whatnot. I might not faux paw all of Mori's cards. I might just faux paw like his buster and maybe one art or something. I'm not sure, because I might spread it out a little bit. Let's see what the final wave is here. I didn't pay attention to when I was doing the stage earlier. Oh, only 76k. Not a big deal. I was playing this stage on the co-op account quite a bit actually, but I was just not paying attention to what I was doing at all. I was like watching YouTube, just super autopiloting it. I had no idea what was happening. The next contender for faux pas is Billy, actually. As much as I like Sanson, it's like he's so behind. It's like throwing them in the garbage, unfortunately. Or Billy I like a lot as well, and then Billy actually gets a lot out of the faux pas. So we are NPing a 3 health enemy, but it's cool. I fucking love that NP. It's one of my favorite NPs in the game. Hey, I am a Sanson fan, thank you. He is still rather upgraded there. Alright, Ku is C rank, Ushi is E rank, feels bad. David is D. Look at all that loot though. I'm saving my apples for when there's a better stage available. But I probably will farm a good bit. I do want to get those buddy points. Although, if we don't need them for the challenge quest, there's no point in wasting the apples. It's not like I need that much from the shop on this account. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is pretty good, right? At level 100, 2k foe. I mean, how many of you in chat have 2k foed Sansons, right? We got 10, 10, 10 here. Only bond 10, though. Only bond 10, what am I saying? We got all of his command codes unlocked. Where is he at with his passives, actually? Got 2 of them. I wonder how close I am to getting his other one. I don't even have a 120. The slow grind. Insane attack stat. I know. Oh, he's only got 20 coins. Shit. Arthur needs 1 more bond. I tell you, if I didn't want to have stuff ready for the challenge quest, I'd be getting Arthur bond in this event. I try to get his buddy rank maxed, because I want to get him bond 11, because then he can get this final passive. Anybody? Okay, Billy's getting there. Oh my god, his mats are disgusting. What is that? Billy, please. That is so shit. That's for a passive, by the way. Ugh. Okay, Tesla can get one, but I just don't know what to go with right now, so I'm kind of just waiting on that. Because he'd need quite a lot of bond if I wanted to get 2. Scath can get 1. Probably give her the extra attack one, but not sure. Of course, Enkidu's got all of his, because I get spooked by Enkidu all the time. I went with the extra attack on her because I'm probably going to solo with her a good amount, and that your extra attack is going to kick in very often. And although this is nice, when you are fighting an Avenger, you don't fight them that much. And because of her 50% battery, I don't think the second one is too important. It's nice, but it also makes... The second passive makes it, though, so you don't need starting in P on a craft essence very smoothly. But I'd have to get her bond pretty high if I wanted to get another passive. I think she'd have to be bond 10 or even 11. She might need to be bond 11. I'm sure somebody's going for 120 on Sanson. She can get one, but I'm not sure which one. Probably one of these two. That's a kind of tough call, though. Because I use her for farming some, but I also use her for soloing and whatnot from time to time. And Deuce has got 2 of hers, that's nice. Oh, he can get 1, and if I get Bond on him, I could get 2. I don't know what to get on him either, actually. Some of these are tough calls. I know, it's not fair. Billy needs a buff, dude. Like, god damn it. Drives me crazy. Oh, he can get 1. I don't know what to do with him either. Shit. Some of these are not, It's those units that, like, there's reason for them to want starting NP, which is a lot of people, and then you might solo with them a lot too, so then the extra attack's good. So that's tough. Oh wow, I've got 2 of her passives. I've never even tried to get Jolter. I'm not kidding. I have never tried to get Jolter, but I've gotten her out of GSSR and shit like that. Okay, well I'm gonna wrap up there. I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break. I'm gonna get some grub, and then we'll do a little Dark Souls 1. And then tomorrow we might do some like Lost Ark or something. I just kind of want to check it out for myself. You know, love it or hate it, I just want to see it for myself. So I think I might do that tomorrow just to mix it up a little bit. But for those that are just here for FGO, thank you for hanging out. That was a pretty good time with all that alter ego shenanigans. I will be back in 10 minutes. And take care.